Kreutzer 19. Okay, so first section is the first half of the page, and it starts in D major. So we follow the do, re, sol pattern, and there are the trills at the beginning. Once you get to sol, you go 3 down by step to the F sharp, which goes to your trill note E, and that goes up the octave to the next section. And by there, you're going up by step all the way to La, which is B in D major. And then you're gonna fall all the way down to Fa, which is all the way down to my G open string in D major, and it does that little ornamentation and finishes off on the open D to conclude the D major section. Then we get to the second half of the first page, which is in B minor. This section follows the same pattern, so you start with the do, re, and sol, and there's also the trills. You have to be careful because when you get to the re and the C sharp, there are A sharps there, so you grab the A sharp. Once you get to sol, you're going 3 down by step, but be careful of the second one because it's on E, which is that similar pattern that comes back with the A sharp. Then you take your N trill note, which is the C sharp, go to the octave above C sharp, and that's where you're going up by step all the way to La, which is up to the G in B minor. Once you get to the G, you're gonna trickle all the way back down, and beware because when you're going up, you're going back and forth between adding in the A sharp and taking it away. So in C sharp, A sharp, D, nothing, E, yes, F sharp, nothing, G, yes, and that's where you go down. And you go all the way down to B minor, the B, which is in that key, and finish up that ornamentation, which ends on B. And on the second page, the little D section comes back, but in a different way. It arpeggiates. So you do your D trill, set of trills, and then you go from the 3rd to the 5th, and then you go step down, and be careful and step down because they throw in a C natural. Then you go up to the E and you do an E major arpeggiation very similarly. So you do the E, you do the 3rd, you do the 5th. Beware of the 5th because they put D naturals in there now. And then you do the step down and then you float the bow. And after that you do backwards trills from what we did before up to the G, which go all the way back down to the F sharp and goes by the step scale with the 30-second trills. And it goes up to, you reach the G, which is that dotted half note, and then you do the fast bow and the long to the open A twice, it comes back. And then you go up to 5th position and do 5 notes per that bow. And once you get to the D string is when you change the bow to a down bow. And then you do the A major arpeggiation of the ornament, but there are G naturals in there, so be careful of that. And then it concludes itself to the D major chord, which arpeggiates again. And you do your trill section on D, then you do the trill section on the 3rd, and then you do it, which goes to 5th position. And then you do it on the 5th, which concludes it as you hold all on the bow, do 2 longer notes to make it more musical, and end in 3rd position on the 2 so you can vibrate the last note of the entire piece in D major. Kreutzer 19, everyone.